Hi guys, welcome. This is going to be a update of where I'm at in my HNPP journey. I'm not gonna edit this video, so just bear with me. This kind of might be all over the place. But I've gotten so many beautiful and amazing comments from you guys, and I just want to talk more about, like what I've learned and just kind of give you guys an update. I think we need more people to talk about this. I think there needs to be just more knowledge for us. We'll get into that more, but yeah, I just kind of want to start off where I'm at, I guess. I didn't want to start off this video by saying like things have been bad, but things have been kind of a little rough. Really just because I've just been dealing with a lot of just like residual stuff from when my arm stopped working and just a lot of nerve pain and just like numbness from that and just like kind of little jump scares of like, oh my gosh, is this gonna be a bad flare up, like what's going on. But things haven't been terrible. I genuinely, like, I'm really proud of myself. I've accomplished a lot of things that I didn't think I could do. I feel like I'm on a good path. I just got my yoga teaching license, so that's been an amazing journey and also really helpful with this disorder. So you can do things. You can do things, genuinely. Especially if you're dealing with something like right now, like I'm living proof you'll get better. I'm living proof that you will get better. I promise you, you will get better. Things will get better. If you aren't aware, I can't remember if my last video, like I had my arm issue at that time, or if it was before or after I had my arm stuff. But basically, I was like massaging my arm, and I had this whole entire, I hit my nerve, and so my whole entire shoulder and my wrist stopped working for probably a half a year. And then my wrist kind of bounced back within like a year. I could lift my shoulder, but my wrist was still kind of like doing this thing. So I finally healed from that, but I'm still dealing with like repercussions from that. Like I had really bad muscle atrophy, so I'm still gaining muscle back. So like, but like comparison, like, I'm sorry, my sleeves are on, but like in comparison, like you can even see, like you can see like there's just a lot of like lack of muscle. Um, so I'm still bouncing back and I'm still gaining muscle. I think on my part, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't have a lot of money to go see a physical therapist quite often. I work part-time. I also have been a student, so shit's rough out here. YouTube, don't monetize me. Pardon my language. But things can be rough. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been dealing with, is just like, repercussions of that, like neck pain, and just now I've been tapping into my body more. Like I've just been noticing like habits. Like I've been leaning over more on this side. I don't sit up straight on this side. My shoulder blade kind of protrudes because I'm not like sitting up straight. So like there's habits I'm trying to break and things that, I'm still dealing with. And I'm getting pain from those things, like a joint pain, nerve pain, specifically in my neck and like my rib and my shoulder. I had some things going on with my rib recently, because I fell and hurt myself on the side. It was like a whole thing. So what I'm trying to say is be mindful of your body. One thing I have been really learning from just like from this whole flare up to now is mindfulness is just so important. It's so important. And I don't want to be a hypocrite because I'm still working on this and I'm like actively not doing a lot right now. I'm kind of going like this, kind of going, we all get at that point. But being mindful and tapping into your body is super important, especially with this disorder, guys. I've noticed, and I'm not a doctor or like a medical expert or like a body expert or anything like that. This could just be like placebo or like, I'm making up shit. But I just noticed, just having a nerve disorder, like things are just different about nerve stuff in our bodies besides just like the numbness. Like I've just noticed like dream stuff can be weird. I lost my point. Sorry, I completely lost my point. Where I was gonna go with that. But things are just different. Like our bodies are just like weird and different, and it's really hard to understand that when things are happening, when you can't feel things or when things are going on. And especially when you go see a doctor and they don't really know what's going on either. Again, I'm not a medical professional, but like, genuinely, guys, like, don't waste your money on doctors. Please trust your gut, though. Like, go see a doctor if you need to. Like, don't, please listen to your gut. In a medical emergency, please go to the doctor. But like, I've honestly wasted money, a lot of money, going to doctors before, just for them to tell me the same thing or just like have the same conversations. And maybe because I live in a small town, but like, I have a neurologist and I only see her every 6 months, and we have the same conversations. I'm only there for like 15 minutes and I never really get any help, honestly. And if I have like flare-ups or stuff like that, it's always like, go to physical therapy, which I don't really have money for. It's kind of like this loop and cycle I'm in. But the bright side of that, I've learned so much at home and tapping into my body. I've learned so much about just how my body works, and just from like an internal standpoint. And that's been really helpful with when I do have things going on, when I can't feel things. I can not, I don't want to say diagnose, that's not the right word, but I can kind of understand more of like, okay, it's okay, like this part is going on. Maybe do a stretch for this, or maybe look up what muscles in this area and kind of see what muscles being affected, where I can understand more. And it's kind of more of a peace of mind, because when I see the doctor, it's always like, oh yeah, things are going on. I'm so sorry. This is a preventative disorder, so I can't really do anything for you. Do you want to try medications? I've tried medications. Only thing that really works for me, specifically with like nerve pain, would be like ibuprofen. Something just about specifically ibuprofen. I know a lot of people like can't really do that, or they're allergic to it. I don't do it often, but when I do ibuprofen, like, that is really helpful for the nerve pain and stuff. I've tried gabapentin. I've tried a lot of other, I can't remember on the top of my head, some other medications. And they just didn't work, like nerve specific medications. Like, I just got really groggy and tired, and like it just made me feel sick. And honestly, the only other thing that kind of works for me, specifically with sleep and stuff, is weed, is medical marijuana. It's been really helpful for me, like I said, specifically with sleep. I'm kind of insomniac trying to go to bed. Like, I'll be laying down and like my back will start getting numb, and like I just kind of, I'm like so aware, and then I'll get tensed up, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm freaking out. So weed has been really helpful with sleeping. So remember my point. So back to what I was saying earlier with like the dream stuff, like nerve stuff. Like, I really noticed like stress and things of that sort can like really affect when I feel my nerve pain or have numbness. Like, I get more numbness or nerve pain when I'm like stressed out or have like things going on, like when I get overwhelmed. So mindfulness is really important, guys. Like, mindfulness has really helped me balance and counteract like all these like really just tough emotions and frustrations from no help from the doctor. And honestly, like, another point I want to make, which kind of been hard, is communicating with others. Like, sometimes it's hard to communicate with others because they just genuinely don't understand. It's so hard to just like be like, oh yeah, I'm numb, because like numb for them is like not numb for us. Numb for us is like, I'm getting numb, I could go paralyzed type shit. So there's communicating with people is in learning that, and how to find the right language to tell people like what's going on is super important. I'm actively learning this. I honestly am very much of a people pleaser, so I really struggle with this like at work or in like social circumstances where like I just can't genuinely do things, or I'm like having really bad pain, like I can't work, or like I feel like shamed. Honestly, I have like this shame factor. But that's another reason why I want to kind of make these videos and these updates, because I think it's really important to have these conversations and kind of just talk more about this disorder. I feel like we need more people on podcasts. We need more people on podcasts for this disorder, just to talk more about this, because I think a lot of us, even just looking at like group posts or even like in the comments, we're all just like, we don't know what's going on. Like, we're just having shit going on, and it sucks, and it's hard to communicate with others because it's like we're not fully disabled, but we kind of are. But like, our disability is like temporary, and it's really hard to just be like, oh my god, I just went disabled overnight, you know what I mean? So finding the right words and communicating with others and just having these conversations and um, researching and giving people research and giving people information, that's what I'm trying to say, is super, super crucial, especially with healing and feeling like you're supported. And I'm not saying the people around me are like not supporting me, nothing like that. I just feel like it's really hard for me to just find that right support because there's just this lack of understanding of like what's truly going on. It's super hard to communicate like a chronic disorder or something like that when someone else doesn't experience it, for any disorder, for anything. But living with one, it's tough. It's tough no matter what. So yeah, just take care of yourself, guys. Like, I guess that's kind of like my update. Life has been really good though. I've accomplished so many things I'm so proud of, and I've done a lot of things that I didn't think I could do, like genuinely. I went ziplining. I know this sounds like so like small, but I went ziplining and I was like super worried because my legs were immediately getting numb, like from the harness. My legs were like going like full out numb, but like I spoke up and I got myself adjusted, and like it was good. It like went out good, and nothing was wrong, and I didn't have that like that fear of like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to walk, or like my whole entire legs are gonna be numb on vacation, you know. Like, but you know, there's always kind of like, there's always like the kind of fear in the back of my mind because I've had stuff go on. So but seriously guys, things get better, and if you're dealing with something, like, there is a community out there and things will genuinely get better, and you will learn so much. And that's what I'm trying to say, like, throughout this whole entire like journey, like, I've learned so much about like my body, so much about myself, so much about my emotions, specifically my emotions, like so much about that, and how to regulate that, and how to break habits, and how to feel more confident in my body. And I think that's part of just, you know, growing up, and, you know, I am young and I'm learning. But this has been really a part of that, a big part of that journey. So, and it's honestly kind of a superpower in some ways. I know that sounds kind of silly, and a lot of people say that about things. It's kind of corny to say sometimes, but it's kind of like, I'm just sensitive, you know, like I need to take things slow. And it really reminds me to take things slow. It really reminds me to like, to find patience, to find balance within, like, I'm going too hard, you know, or too slow. It's really important. It's really important to just be mindful and understand that, like, yeah, our bodies are different and maybe people don't understand, but like, yeah, we can do shit. We can do shit, and we're amazing people. So I would love to hear more from you guys. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I really appreciate every single one of your guys' comments. This is a side thing, but I'm gonna link a website in the description. It's a really good website. I found this a little bit after my last video I think I made. You guys might have came across this website already. It's kind of an older website, but it's all about HNPP, and there's a lot of resources on there, a lot of great resources. Shout out to whoever the people made this site. It is absolutely brilliant. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned on there that I didn't really even know about myself and this disorder. There's so many good, like, just general resources, like things you couldn't even like imagine, like if you have like stuff going on, like if you have like a disability going on, like how to have those communicate, like how to communicate with that with your work, how to communicate that with friends and family. There's things on there about like how to communicate this disorder to your surgeon before you don't wake up and half your body's disabled, you know, which I thought was really, really important and really mindful, you know, just like a second thought. So there's so many great resources out there. I just want you guys, I think the biggest part of this disorder is just to talk to each other and learn from each other. And that's why I want to make more of these videos, is just for I can spread what I've learned. I know I've learned so much from you guys as well, even just reading the comments. But I look at like chats and like chat rooms and stuff, or like comments, and we're all just like, what's going on? Or like, how can I get an answer? Or like, I'm dealing with this and it sucks. And I'm just like, we just need to learn from each other. You know, we need to support each other, and things shouldn't suck. Things shouldn't suck for us. Things shouldn't be hard to communicate. Things shouldn't be this overwhelming sometimes, or this frustrating, or this emotional, you know? So I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next update, maybe in a few years. Be a different person then. Like I'm a different person now, as you guys see. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day, and please feel free to comment. I'd love to hear from you guys.